Hey guys, it is Tanya, and welcome back to the channel, and welcome back to another speed build. Today I am back with I guess this would be a tiny house. I am building a very small cottage home in Henford on Bagley by the river that is for a mermaid. I had this suggestion right around when cottage living got announced that I needed to build something for a river mermaid, and I just loved that idea. Now that we have additional bodies of water that Sims can swim in, our mermaids are not limited to Sulani. They weren't to begin with. You could definitely have one in an apartment. I have done a mermaid apartment before. It's probably one of my favorite apartment builds I've ever done. So of course I was excited to do another mermaid build here. So I went into this having a vague idea of a color scheme I wanted to go for and trying to use as many items as I could that were like mermaid themed that we had, but didn't feel like they were out of place being in Henford on Bagley. So you guys can let me know what you think of it, but this is going to be the general shape of this cottage. It's just a little box with this like swoopy roof, just kind of a curved thatched roof. I also added an additional roof piece up top to look like there was a small loft sort of. It just gave the front of the build a little bit more interest, and I'm going to be putting some windows up there as well and playing around with what other windows I want in this build. I did end up using the front door that's kind of fairy-esque that came with the cottage living pack, and I also used this pergola out front that is from Base Game. I just thought it was so pretty. It adds some beautiful color to this build and has floral growing up it, and I just thought the wood tone worked really nicely with this idea, so we could have a little bit more of a like earthy rundown, maybe like swamp-esque color scheme out here, but also add in some pretty colors as well. And I decided to use this mermaid tail that is like a statue. It's in debug that came with the Island Living expansion pack, and I wasn't sure where I wanted to put it on this lot. It ends up being on the roof. I think there actually ends up being two of them, and it's a little bit like in your face. The mermaid lives here. But for some reason, I put it up there as a joke. I built this over on Twitch first. If you're interested, I stream 3 or 4 times a week over on twitch.tv/MissGryphi, and I'd love to have you join us. But it was sort of a joke, like, oh, I'll just put it on the roof. And then I really liked how it looked, so I had to keep it. It was just something unexpected. But anyway, here I am trying to figure out this lot. I did mess around quite a bit and cut it out because I could not figure out the side of the build for the longest time. And it ends up being a additional building that is connected by an outdoor space and a roof that goes over it, but it's a separate room. And it's a little bit strange. So the additional room is a bathtub room. There's a bathroom inside that's just a sink and a toilet. And then there's a bathroom room for the mermaid. And at one point in time, I like flood it because with the new pond tool, you can actually add water to the inside of rooms. So I did that at one point, but it kept like reverting back and glitching. So I got rid of that in the end, but there are a couple of tubs in there and just like a nice relaxing spot for your mermaid. Of course, they could also, walk out to the river and take a dip. I was imagining this was a river mermaid, but I had a lot of fun imagining this build, figuring out a color scheme, doing the landscaping. I'm using a lot of these stones, which I think are they from Get Together, or are they the ruins pieces from this world? We have a couple of worlds now that have various ruins. So putting those around and working on some other landscaping using the beautiful new rose bushes we got. There is that mermaid tail and getting some more plants and stuff. I think this just came out really cozy and cute in the end. Please do let me know what you think because it's a little bit different. It's a little bit out there. I like doing builds like this though, and hopefully I will do some more. I was talking recently on stream about hopefully doing some kind of like tiny house for Patchy, the scarecrow, probably come October. I'm very excited to get some fall themed and spooky themed builds out in a couple of months here. I am so tired of summer. It's been so hot and I've never been a fan of summer, so I am ready for autumn. But if you guys have any suggestions for some like builds like that or just anything that's a little out of the norm, it's not just the average family house. Like, this is a mermaid house first, a mermaid that lives in a river in Henford on Bagley. I love this kind of stuff, so do let me know what you think if you'd like to see more of it, and then if you would like to download this build, it will be available on the Sims 4 gallery. You can find it under my EA ID, which is Gryphi, Gryphi. You can also find it under the hashtag MissGryphi, and that information will also be in the description down below. well, your Sims will not be able to swim in this body of water I'm adding to this lot. I felt like I needed to add a body of water to this lot. So there's like a little pond that's kind of draping itself around the lot, adding some dirt over there. We have some pretty trees. I tried so many times to add these little pieces up in the roof and I kept not liking them. I'm pretty sure that goes away in the end because over there is going to be where I put the mermaid tail a little bit later. I kept trying and they just weren't looking right. This was very much an experimental build. Oh, the handmade bathtub on the front porch was one of the first things I put down. I just thought it would be so cute to see the mermaid sitting in there with the tail hanging out and, being in that tub. And then the bucket that we got with cottage living right next to it, I imagine you could use that to scoop water and pour it over yourself in the bath. So I liked that. And then the wisteria wrapped so perfectly around the awning out front. So just very excited about all of those things. I remember when I pulled out the wisteria and placed it right there, I was just sitting there with my mouth wide open like, oh my gosh, guys, are you seeing this on stream? Because it just fits so perfectly. Anyway, I changed the roof color here because I thought it was a little bit too dull. It's a little bit brighter now. There is a mermaid tail on the roof, and I added a swing set to the lot as well as just a little activity for your Sims to do. And we're still working on landscaping because I just wasn't quite happy with it. This is the room. I said I flooded at first, and then I had to create a step down into it, and it ends up having like a bathtub and stuff. The water kept disappearing, so I ended up getting rid of it in the end. But I thought it was a cute idea because as long as it's not too high up, your Sims can still use it. And I was like, oh, a water-filled room for our mermaid. I love it. But it didn't end up staying in the end. But you could definitely flood that room if you'd prefer to. It does end up having a bathtub in there, though, so your Sims can relax. I do a corner tub. Which one do I use? Do I get the one from Fitness Stuff? For some reason, I did. I think this one looked really nice. I like the wood tones on it. And we're going to go to the inside now and decorate it. It's pretty squished in here because we have like that little outdoor space and a separate tub bedroom thing. So inside is a little bit of an odd layout, but I was happy with it. It has a pretty decent sized kitchen. I'm using the counters from the vampire pack. And then for the couch, we're actually going to be using the one from... This is from the Courtyard Oasis kit. I just thought the colors worked so beautifully together and something about it just felt perfect. And so I was really excited about how well that worked with the kitchen and the theme I had. I really liked the idea of using a lot of greens and earthy colors for this concept. And then just trying to figure out some pictures. I believe we get some shelves up here with some clutter on them as well. And trying to find that perfect mix between things that feel mermaid-esque and things that don't. Like having mermaid things that don't feel like we're supposed to be in the ocean, not in a river. So I was just struggling with that a little bit, but I think it came out okay. I do have this painting here that is from Cottage Living. It's just of the countryside of Henford on Bagley, and then we're getting some decorations up on these shelves. We have a music player, some books. I think we get some boxes and stuff, and I can't remember if it's over here or in the kitchen, but somewhere we end up putting a conch shell. But I have a box of just like random collectibles they probably found through time. Oh my gosh, all the things that could have like gotten dropped in the river and then they find and keep. Ooh, pretty. I did think about that ahead of time, though. There actually ends up being a collection of different, like, jewels and stuff in the kitchen. A bunch of the different, like, gems you can collect. I thought that would be a nice addition in here. And then I have a table over here. I think I rotate it and put it the other way because we put the fridge over in that space where the cabinets are. And we're going to put a little TV unit over here as well, up on top of one of the corner counter pieces from Cottage Living. I thought it just worked really nicely in this corner. I was excited about that as well. And of course, very strong color scheme of green in here. Getting a little rug from Laundry Day, which I thought matched very nicely. Honestly, the couch from the Courtyard Oasis kit is so pretty. I need to build some more with the items from that kit because I really, really like them. I know not everyone's a huge fan of kits, and I'm not sure how I feel about the whole concept of them, but like I'm always excited to get new build content, so I'm like, I like that one, and I like the 2 build kits we have so far, so I do hope that when we get more kits, they are build and buy, but I wouldn't be bothered if we didn't get one for a while. Anyway, I also have a fishbowl in here. Maybe there is a little friend for this sim to chit chat with. And then we're going to be figuring out some curtains for the windows. Which ones do I end up using? I know I tried those from the paranormal pack, but I don't think I kept them. Oh, okay. I just went with the cottage living blinds. That makes sense. But I think we should be rotating this table here shortly, or maybe I'm looking for the gems that I end up putting up on a shelf in the kitchen. We shall see. I remember generally what I did with this build. I just don't know what order I did it in because I kept being like, ooh, this idea, ooh, that idea. And so it happened as I actually grabbed things and didn't go on a tangent looking at other things for too long. But there is the fridge. I rotated the table. And I think finally the gems are coming out. They're so pretty. I just thought this was a really fun idea, and I don't use these for decorations enough in the game. We have them, and they're really pretty, so, like, I should use them more. That's another thing, like, doing different builds like this that are a little bit out of the norm, or doing, like, some supernatural builds, allow you to explore a little bit more with concepts, because they're not, like, you know, a family of 4, or what have you. I, do want to do some more houses like that though, because I also feel like I haven't done like a suburban family home in I don't even know how long. I'm so into apartments and tiny houses, and I've been doing some like other bigger things too. I guess I've done some family homes, but they were family cottages since we got cottage living. I might have to do a suburban sometime soon. It's just been far too long. Anyway, in the kitchen here, I finished decorating for the most part. We have those framed feathers up above that shelf, which I thought was really cute. Some more found items that this sim probably collected. And I think we get some flowers in here potentially. Yeah, those are really pretty. Is that it for this room? I think it looks really cute. Oh, there's the shell. I mentioned the shell before. See, I feel like that item does scream Sulani, but it also screams mermaid, so I just went for it. I felt like I needed to put it in there. I'm not sure if it worked, but it's there. Maybe they traveled to Sulani at some point in time and got it while they were there. Anyway, this is the bedroom, using the bed from not cottage living, from island living. There's too many packs that have the word living in the title, so I get them confused sometimes. But I really liked the green color on here. It definitely fit the color scheme I was going for. And then we're just getting some paintings and some plants and all your basic things you would want in here. Getting a sconce over the bedside table, as well as a journal that they could do some writing in. And a beautiful mirror over here as well. I believe I tried to add a dresser here. I can't remember if it fit. Oh, it did. I used the one from Parenthood. I love this little dresser from Parenthood. It just feels really realistic, and it's a convenient size. I think that worked nicely in that space. It wasn't too squished. Your sim can still walk through there. So that worked beautifully. And of course, it's in the green color that we've been using throughout this space. I was really happy with how well a lot of the green swatches in the game matched. So yeah, this is the bathroom. It's just a sink and a toilet. I'm using the sink from Laundry Day and the toilet from Vampires. And yeah, you go to the other room to take a bath, or maybe you go take a dip in the river, and that's how your sim is going to stay clean. Just getting like a towel and a couple of other decorations in here to make it look a little bit more personalized. And then we're heading outside, going to get a bench out here, and then the bathroom, the room for the bath, not the bathroom. That's going to be confusing. There's like 2 bathrooms here, but one of them doesn't have a bath and the other one only has a bath. But in there, that's just going to be a really cozy space. I believe I get a couch in here and some plants, and it just seems like really relaxing. There's some beautiful windows as well, so you can have a view outside. I know one of them's higher than the other. Oh, I fixed it. Perfect. But I don't know. I just really liked the concept of this room, but that's definitely something you could easily change. Make it all one level so you're not wasting space with that step down. Make it into like a skill building room or another bedroom. There's a lot of possibilities. I just thought it would be a unique, quirky thing to have a room just for your bathtub. Your place to just relax and be a mermaid. So that's what I did. So just getting a couple more plants in here, and I'm trying to remember if there's anything else. That's pretty much it for this build. I hope you guys enjoyed it. If you did, make sure you give this video a big thumbs up. You can also subscribe to the channel if you have not already, and if you click that bell, it'll turn on notifications to be notified of every single time I upload a new video. Thank you guys so very much for watching, and I will see y'all soon. Bye everybody.